Mr. Potter.
Severus Snape said Harry Potter had mom's eyes and dad's unbearable character. If the professor had dug deeper, he would have found his pupil's gills and tail from very distant ancestors. There's no doubt that we all have such an inheritance. The natural selection process continues. American scientists have compared DNA of people from long-lived families and those ancestors whose life expectancy is average and low. Long-lived family members were found to have far fewer harmful genes, primarily related to Alzheimer's disease, smoking predisposition, overweight, asthma and atherosclerosis. So evolution is trying to reduce the number of poor genetics carriers. And scientists from European universities have suggested that now the role of natural selection has grown. The fact is that people most often choose partners to continue the genus regardless of their social status, and thus give genes more opportunities for combination. A man and his waist consists of gills. Our jaws, larynx, tracheal cartilage, part of the middle ear, tonsils, diaphragm and respiratory muscles have all developed from the gills. It's what makes us breathe, hear, swallow and speak. Some people have a small hole in the top of their ears, or both. According to biologist Neil Shubin, this hole could be a gill hole. Our ancestors were not stupider, maybe even smarter than us. Over the past 25,000 years, the average volume of the human brain has decreased from 1,500 cubic centimeters to 1,350. One of the reasons for this may be a decrease in intelligence. Ancient people lived in much more difficult conditions. They had to keep in mind all available information about the world around them and have as many skills as possible to survive. Today, we don't even have to know how to cook, we don't even have to remember tons of information, we have it on the internet and in books. Human evolution is influenced by the canons of beauty. In the middle of the 18th century, the average height of Dutch soldiers was 165 centimeters. They were much lower than representatives of other European countries. But in 150 years, men from the Netherlands grew by 20 centimeters and were among the highest in the world. Scientists have concluded that this is due to the taste of Dutch women. They find tall men more attractive and more likely to marry them. Therefore, the taller Dutch have more children than their compatriots. According to the study, the height is lower. Wisdom teeth diseases are the result of evolution. American anthropologists have concluded that the human jaw decreased after people domestication of goats and dairy products in the diet that do not require thorough chewing. However, this happened too quickly, and the number of teeth did not have time to adjust to the new shape of the human face. That's why wisdom teeth often give us discomfort. They're just cramped in our mouths and they don't grow properly. Cooking is a part of digestion. It's like for a spider. Before eating food, the spider wraps its saliva to break up the proteins and only then swallows the resulting mash. From a biology standpoint, a person does something like that when they make soup. Man will guide his own evolution. Scientists have learned to edit human genes to treat some forms of cancer. The next logical step is to modify genes in human embryos, evolutionary biology teacher Scott Solomon said. The edited genes will be passed on to future generations. And once that happens, we will be the first species in history to be able to control our own evolution. What do you think the man will be like in 1,000 years? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.